All right, got HAX, hit edit, rich media. I want to upload something. Let's go to photos. I need something. Have something up there. Okay, I get prompted based on the App Store definition. So the App Store definition here is, this is for a mapping for internal media, so it reads off of this, and then we know how to visualize it. So that's why it says internal media, and it's brown with a little icon of perm media. We've showcased connections before where it's searching for things, and that's in this operation array here. So we have browsing, browsing an endpoint, get, request against node.json. Obviously, I wouldn't normally have authorization stuff in here, but so that's the browsing operator. With adding, if I want to add something to this app, I need to do a post against this endpoint, and the things it accepts are these types of gizmos. And then, so that would be if I upload a PDF, it would go through, if it matches it to make sure it's a valid source. And then the resultant is going to map back into a type of gizmo using the same style binding that we have showcased previously. So I say send to internal media store, and it just did. So what that ended up doing over in a theoretical asset management system, I hit file, and see I have an image in here. There it is right there. So I go to it in my theoretical asset management system. There's a file reference here, not showing it anywhere. So it did create this reference, and now when I go back on this side and I say I want to turn that into cover image, there is a file previously on my local machine, now in a web component, but tossed onto a server. Yeah, they do. That gets the thumb up. So this is the decentralized publishing model that that I've been kind of rambling about. Now that that's up there, and this is a super specific name. I don't know how I'm ever going to target that correctly, but if I were to search internal media, which again has its definitions in there, I was going to say I don't know if that'll come up because that's a crazy specific name, but I think stuff does, yeah. So there's something that I uploaded. It would be stuff. So imagine that's your internal media management system, and so as we add in support for any of these other ones, right? If I do the mapping correctly and we have a OAuth 2 broker for YouTube, now I'm not just searching YouTube. I could drag and drop a video file here and send it up correctly. So this is gonna make some really stinking neat things possible. So it goes up through internal media. Let's throw that out as a styled image instead, rounded. Let's take this one, click upload file, or I could drag and drop these, but these are tests of Photoshop filters here. Let's make it a meme. Superhero much. Right, so now we have kind of this incredibly extensible remix engine where the server technology behind the scenes has really faded away entirely. So, that entire time I am brokering things with this little asset management system that we have, and I'm posting up media, and it's going there, it's being stored in the right location, and then it can be referenced via web service after the fact. So, leveraging our network capabilities and go, hey, I could return a response for this. or wrapping it into a full-on content management solution, this image actually could live, and this is what we'll be working on next, is live as part of an additional engine. So it's not just a file, it's the additional attachment of data associated with it. And so if I have the ability to create things and I have the ability to query things, the next genesis of that is, okay, so I find something and I post it up, and then I got it in the page, but I know where it came from, right? So when this process is going on, I'm actually then aware of where it came from. And so if I know where it came from, then I should be able to update it remotely, which would mean I can use the HAX UI to post up this photo, but I'll have access to enough data that while it's in the context of the page, I should then be able to select it, make changes here, and then not just two-way data bind to the UI itself here, but actually more or less check a box and dynamically push those changes back to my web service, because I've already got the established conversation. I know how to display things. I know how to add information. I should then be able to use both of those types of data connectivity to effectively push an update. And so if I could push an update there, you're going to get into some kind of crazy publishing workflows, right? This lives in any CMS, theoretically. It lives in any static website. It lives in anything it wants to. It lives in your app. But yet, if we express the correct app definitions for how to talk to these things, we're kind of, are envisioning the internet and any source of media as a backend. And so then it can power, this kind of distributed publishing ecosystem. So if you imagine I have this authoring experience here, but I could just as easily go into, a content management solution, be clicking around, and then have something that says, oh, hey, I want to use HAX right now, which I don't have integrated here right this second, but if I have that wrapped, right, because all HAX is doing is wrapping HTML content and editing it, then I'll be able to fire up the rich media thing, ask the App Store what I have access to, search, which we've shown before, but then I'm actually going to have access to publishing new materials to that backend storage location. So things are going to get pretty crazy this year.